The parable of the mustard seed, this story, told by the Buddha, teaches the importance of inner transformation and spiritual growth. It goes as follows. A man approached the Buddha and asked him how to end suffering and reach enlightenment. The Buddha told him if he could find white mustard seeds from a family that had never experienced death, sickness, or any other form of suffering. He desperately went from house to house, but to his disappointment, he could not find such house. He realized that suffering is a part of life and that the way to end suffering is to cultivate the mind and attain enlightenment. The moral of the story of the mustard seed illustrates that external circumstances, such as wealth and status, cannot protect us from suffering. Inner transformation and spiritual growth, through the practice, is the way to end suffering and attain enlightenment. Another well-known story told by the Buddha is the story of the two monks. The story goes like this. Two monks were traveling together when they came across a river. They saw a young woman who needed help crossing the river. One of the monks offered to help the woman cross the river, and he carried her on his back. The other monk was upset because he believed that the first monk was breaking his vows of celibacy by touching a woman. The two monks continued on their journey, and the second monk couldn't stop thinking about what had happened. When they reached the next town, the second monk asked the first monk how he could reconcile what had happened with his vows of celibacy. The first monk replied, "I left the young woman at the river. Why are you still carrying her?" The story is often interpreted as a reminder to release our attachment to past events and emotions, and to live in the present moment.